Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. Oh man, I thought I scheduled this out, but we are live right now. After you hit go, you're in the mix. So here we are. We are live and on air. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing. So let's just get after it. This is day number 25. 30 live shows in 30 days. We've had incredible guests, everybody from business owners to artists, musicians. And man, have we learned a lot. We've learned a lot about ourselves. We've learned a lot about business. Everybody's spread a bunch of amazing wisdom, cross-pollinated all this amazing information. And I am just thankful. I sit here thankful because this, again, has taught me so much, you know, and the whole purpose and goal of this endeavor is to learn more, to be a better conversationalist, to, you know, bring the most amount of value to the people that tune into the show that I possibly can. And it looks as though, yeah, we actually are live. We got some people jumping in right now. Super early stream. Yeah, Rich jumps in the chat. Rich, that's for you, brother. And he says, wow, you're early, AJ. Glad I didn't miss it. You know what? It was a mistake, but we're here and we're making it work. So, you know, I have an incredible show for you guys today. And, you know, yesterday we had one of the longest streams that we've had thus far. Just knocking on the door of 2 hours. And we had an incredible conversation with Rizzle, your boy B. And we listened to their music, and Facebook hates us, so it muted their tracks. And yeah, you know, we're just rolling with the punches here. Kayla Coffee Studios is in the house. She's in a couple houses right now, and you'll understand what I mean when we get to that. Yeah, let's go ahead and before we jump in with our guest, we're gonna go ahead and read off some sponsorships because we have people supporting us. We got people helping people. We've got sponsors of the show here, and they deserve to be shouted out because we are a proud representative of everything that they stand for. So this episode of People Helping People Live is sponsored by T-Town Boxing, Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym. It's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills, whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique. From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to ttownboxing.com. Reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, that's instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Huge shout out to T-Town Boxing. Jake Wilson, the owner of T-Town Boxing. We love you, man. And again, you know, he embraces everything that People Helping People stands for. So thank you so much for being a sponsor of the show. And we are a proud representative of you, your company, and everything that you represent. The other sponsor that we have today is carsfortucson.org. And I say this every time because, damn it, I mean it. These guys are really doing God's work here in Tucson. One car repair can create a powerful ripple effect. For a low-income family struggling with housing, a reliable vehicle means they can hold on to their job, access childcare, and avoid spiraling into homelessness. Cars for Tucson understands this. They exist to provide affordable, sometimes free critical car repairs to ensure these families stay connected to their livelihoods and their homes. Their goal is to give vehicles away as well. Be a part of this positive ripple effect. Your donation helps prevent homelessness one car or one repair at a time. Visit carsfortucson.org to learn more and give today. Again, that's carsfortucson.org. And we are a proud representative of those guys. And I talk about this, but it's like, man, how many times have you been in a situation? Well, I mean, myself, I've been in situations so many times in my life where one car repair could have been the make or break of me being able to hold on to my job. And, so we really are proud to be representing carsfortucson.org. Let's see what we got here. We appreciate you, Rich, for stepping into the chat, stepping into the stream. And this is an early one. We got 5 days left of 30 live shows in 30 days. And now I know if I'm going to be doing this early in the day, I just got to record it. Once I hit the go live button, we are green lit. So there's no going back. So we're just going to run it. And I'm really excited for today's show. We have a very unique entrepreneur on the show today. She is not only Kayla's nail tech, but she is one of Kayla's close friends. And she's got a thriving business here in the Tucson, Arizona area. So without further ado, let's welcome KayKay from BeYouty Trap.
Hey guys.
Welcome in. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so good. And if I'm not mistaken, you are currently doing Kayla's nails right now.
I am. Kayla Coffee is in this house as well.
Yeah.
I'm all hands. Hello.
What are you guys cooking up in there? What you got going on?
We're gonna do a nice little set on her to promote her business on her nails. So, go check out Kayla Coffee Studios. And when the set, we'll be done with the set and show it on the live later on. So stay tuned.
Preach. Yeah, everybody that hasn't gone to Kayla Coffee Studios Instagram page, check her out. She's making an amazing comeback. She's got her art studio set up. She's pumping out art, and I just could not be more proud. But while we have you here, KayKay, and for the people that don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is KayKay, formerly known as Michaela. I am the owner of the BeYouty Trap. And yeah, the BeYouty Trap is mainly a nail salon, but it is a full service salon, basically close to full service. Do nails, hair, permanent jewelry. Got the whole shebang here, one-stop shop.
Very nice. And it's so cool too, because I see Kayla come back from your shop there, and it's so stinking artistic. Have you always been artistic? Like, is that just something that's ingrained in you?
Yes, it's a Pisces trait already, artsy, very artsy, but since a youngin, I started with like doing hair on, cutting the Barbies and the Bratz dolls and the mannequin heads, and went from that to doing my own nails with little press-ons and some normal polish that takes hours to dry. But yeah, it's always been one thing after another. I did resin, I did making masks, shirts. I've done damn near every creative thing you could think of.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that. And it's so interesting because, like I said, she comes back with like these elaborate nails. And every time I'm like, how does that even happen? Like, I mean, there's so much technique and artistic flair that goes into a set of nails. And I didn't even know, I didn't know that was a thing. Call me naive, call me outside of the, outside of the.
This ain't no 3D printer over here. These are these two hands.
That's really cool. So tell me, like, when you started, so you said art has always been a part of your life. When did that kind of the thought process of transitioning it into a business come about?
I would say as a youngin, I'm still to this day a believer, but I remember watching the Never Say Never movie, and Justin Bieber was talking about how he pays his hair, like his hairstylist. I think it was like $200 just to fly out, cut his hair, and be gone.
Mm.
And I was like, I want to do that. Like, what the heck? And at that time, I was already sitting there, like cutting my little Barbie's hair, cutting whatever I could just to, try to make it like look cute, whatever. So I already had like the idea that I wanted to do something like that. And then when I'm like, dude, I could do that for a celebrity. Oh
Mm.
my gosh, Justin Bieber at that.
Mm.
That's my goal. And I remember saying that as a kid. Then come to high school. High school out here offers the JTED program, which is like basically what is it, like what do they call, like a JUCO college type of thing, like where it's like you pick what major you want, you
Like an
study
internship?
just that. Kind of, they make you do internships in it, but I did cosmetology school through it, so they have like a bunch of different programs, but I chose cosmetology because I knew that was something that I was always interested in. And F it, I get my cosmetology license out of it. And the program JTED offers all these programs for like way over half the cost of like what it would be outside like of high school. So started that in high school. I did the senior year program as a junior, so I was done before my senior year. And in that program, we had like business plans and whatever. And that's when I realized I was like, I would love to work for Gadabout, Supercuts, like whatever. But I was like, nah, like I just don't do good like with females, I think is what it like started with. I was like, it's always drama, all these places, like I always just hear about like, girl drama, girl drama. And I was like, nah, I want to own my own vibe because I'm like, I don't want to go work at like an old lady salon and only do old ladies. I don't want to go somewhere where it's just, in the ghetto and it's just like constant, like just people that I'm like, no, this isn't fun. You know what I mean? So I was like, I just want to be my own person. So then um yeah, I bought a house at 21, and that was the goal, was to just have an extra room because I wanted to do it on my own. And then one
Yeah.
day I'll own a salon.
Nice. Give you one of these.
With
I love
flowers.
that. Thank you for sharing. And
Of
yeah, I
course.
mean, the place that you have there, I mean, it's fully decked out. So you took your
Yes.
creativity and completely made an actual like salon style spot to go, which is really cool. And I'm such an advocate for that. I think that more people should understand that, like this studio that I've set up is in Kayla and I's home, and we have multiple studios within the house. I have this studio, I got the music studio, we got a sit down podcast area, and the whole garage is converted into an art studio. And I think a lot of people get hung up on the fact that they need something outside of where they're already at. And so the jump or the leap to start looks like this big mountain that they have to climb and this unachievable thing. And I'm kind of curious, like if somebody wanted to start a studio in their home where they're doing nails and they're following that passion or that dream, what advice would you give to somebody that's younger and looking at you and what you're doing and would want to follow in the same footsteps?
Um, just do that shit.
Just
Regardless
do
of
it.
where it's at, take that first step, because one step turns to two, two turns to five, five will turn to 10, that 10 will turn to 100.
Yeah.
But no matter what your passion is, whether it's nails, whether it's cars, whether it's resin or art or whatever it might be, start it, because you're never going to know whether you succeed or fail until you start it and go somewhere. And that's when you learn the pros and the cons. And I mean, no matter what you do in this life, whether it's even just taking a ride to the grocery store, things are going to get in your way. Like,
Mm.
no matter what obstacles are going to come, whether it's a big one or a small one, you're going to have to learn how to get over it, but you're not going to learn how to get over it until you go through it. So,
Ooh, preach.
yeah,
Gosh, that's so
just start.
good. That is so good. Just start. And that is
Just
such,
start.
yeah, for real. And
And
that
don't be
is,
scared. Don't be scared. People are going to hate and obstacles are going to come. Just get through it.
yeah, yeah, it's okay. And that's the thing is when you do just start, like you're inviting those obstacles. And that's something that's kind of a recurring segment on this show because everybody that we have on is successful in their own lane, right?
Hmm.
And everybody, it says they all say the same thing. It's like just for one start, but understand that these obstacles you're inviting in and changing your mindset. Like this is what I signed up for. Like this is why I'm here to learn these lessons. And then to be able to pass those on to the next person. That's really dope. That is really dope. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course. And
And I have,
heavy on the lessons. It's never a loss.
ooh, come on.
Yes.
You need your own show. I like it.
Hey,
I
tune
like
into the beauty trap.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's BeYouty Trap.
Yes. Because
BeYouty.
everyone deserves to be you. Be
Mm,
yourself.
I like that. Very nice. And so you said that you have like quite a few skill sets, right? You're not just doing nails. Can you kind of break down everything that you do there and the things that you like?
Yes. So nails is definitely my most fun, which is why when you go to my page, that's kind of like all you see. Um, I like to braid hair, so I keep that coming back, but I like to do my own nails, so it's not something I like to, constantly do because I can't braid with nails. So I'll do that a couple times a month, few times a month. Haircuts, men, women, kids. I do those a few times a month. I also still do little like fun things on the side where it's like, okay, I'll customize a hat for someone, mainly for myself, but then people see that and they're like, oh my gosh, can you make me one? And I'm like, yeah, it's just a fun little project. Or permanent jewelry. That's a new thing that I've actually put into the salon.
Talk to me about that.
It's really fun. I don't have any of myself because you need both hands to do it. But it's basically you take a necklace, a bracelet, you take these chains. I actually have them right here, so look. You take one of these fancy little chains here and you weld it onto you, whether it's a necklace. I've seen people do rings. I've done bracelets and anklets.
Hold
Um,
on.
and you
You
weld
said
it on so it stays on until it either A breaks or you cut it off. And usually you have to cut it off because
weld it. What does that
yes.
mean? What do you
Like
mean weld?
you take this fancy little pen here and it's literally a welder. It's a mini
Whoa.
welder. So not only am I like a beauty stylist, but like I'm a welder.
God dang. Okay, so somebody gets a bracelet that they love, maybe it's super meaningful. Does it have to be like a specific type of metal? I mean, it's got to be a certain type of metal or a certain type of jewelry, right? Because they can't just walk in with some diamonds and be like, "Hey, I need this
Yeah.
rope forever."
So I only do 14 karat like gold plated and above. So and then like the silver is like sterling silver. So it has to, I mean, even the gold plated tarnishes at some point, but you don't want nothing that's going to literally tarnish like within the first month, because you're wearing this 24/7. Um but yeah, I can bring people in with their personal jewelry and be like, "Hey, can you fix this?" But that's not something I just like do because also the welding machine, like it's made for like it's powerful. So it's made for actual metals. So the little fake jewelry that we tend to wear, it would literally just melt right through it. So you got to have like the real metals.
Whoa, that's so interesting. I've never even heard of permanent jewelry ever. So that is really cool. Is that something that's like really well known? Should I be in the know on
I
that? Or
think
is it
within the last like year, it has been more of like a trend. They have them in the malls now. They have little stands. When you see like the Fourth Avenue Street Fair and like little pop up shops like that, they usually have a permanent jewelry stand too.
I see. Okay. All right. So if I was somebody that was just say walking by your stand if you had one, why would I want to get permanent jewelry?
I think jewelry is just like something that tops off your outfit, tops off like your just a simple necklace, a simple bracelet, a simple anklet. It's already cutesy and I think everyone kind of just like wears jewelry like already, but I think the idea of permanent jewelry, it yes, like come get one by yourself, but it's really cute when best friends come and get one together or like couples come and get like bracelets together. It's more of like a meaningful thing because it's like, oh, we got this together and it's literally like welded on us until it falls off. So I feel
Nice.
like that's usually what it is. But then there's like I have girlies that are just like, oh, I wear this bracelet every day, but I want another bracelet that I want to wear every day, like one that I can't take off because I literally don't want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I know I've lost a lot of things while traveling. I enjoy all kinds. You can see on my wrist here, I've got my Spider-Man wrist thing that Kayla got me. She's got one.
Oh, I'm looking at a pink one over here. Actually, what is
Yeah,
this?
Oh, I don't know
got
what
a
I put
I
it.
got a red one. She's got a pink one.
Cute.
And but that'd be a cool idea to have something that doesn't come off. And
Yeah.
for myself, like I don't like to wear anything but sterling. Sterling silver is it. I've always been a huge fan, and it's super hard to come by good rings, good bracelets, or whatever. I don't wear anything around my neck, but yeah, that would be really cool because then I'm not taking that thing off. I'm not losing it, and I can go
Right. You don't got to
swimming,
worry
do
about it.
whatever. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it anymore. That's really cool. And did you have to do any type of like special training for that, or?
No,
Yeah.
there are trainings that you can do, but in the state, at least in the state of Arizona, you do not need like an actual license or anything for it. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Baby, what do you think? We get some permanent
Yeah, we
jewelry?
should get some permanent bracelets right next to our Spidey ones.
That would be
Yes.
cool. I'd
Nice
be
little
down for that.
silver
Yeah, you
chain.
get silver and I get gold. I like gold on you.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That would be fun. Cool. Well, I kind of want to see what else you got going there. Where are we at? Can I peek?
So far we're just black because we're gonna
Ooh.
do a nice cat eye over it.
Are they nice and sharp? They look pretty sharp.
And we got
Well, we got the gold undertones.
Oh, dang.
I got red on mine.
Nice. I like that. And how long does a sit down process like that take?
Usually 3 hours, depending on what we're doing. It could like if it's something super simple, it could do 2.5. If it's something pretty extravagant, it'll take me 4 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little more depending on what we're doing. But that's like when they're having me build stuff and draw stuff and designs. It's just a combination of everything I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Kayla, she doesn't come back with anything that's not extravagant.
Yes. So usually we take at least like 3.5 hours, I'd say, with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
What we're already diving. Oh wait, we're on 2.5 hours.
I don't know.
Well, math, not my subject.
So that's really cool. Thank you for sharing all that. And
Of
I
course.
guess permanent jewelry, I mean, I'm turned on to it now. Like that is a really rad thing. And I didn't ever consider because instead of having a latch, which is what everybody's used to, is just having a
Yes.
latch. And I mean, I probably lost thousands of dollars worth of jewelry over the years. And most
Hmm.
recently, I went to Greece and I lived there for 3 months and I found just this little jeweler. It was just right on one of these islands, and everything was handmade with sterling silver. It was just the most epic shit I've ever seen. And I started just like picking stuff out. So I got rings for every single one of my fingers, and I had both bracelets on each hand, and I was so excited about it. And about 2 years after I got them all, I went to a hotel and I took them off and set them on the bedside and went and got something to eat. And my room got cleaned and c'est la vie, gone
I
for
would have been so upset.
yeah.
So upset.
So if you're in the Tucson area and you have nice jewelry that you want to keep on your body and not make the same mistake that I made, hit up your girl KayKay with the
Come get some
BeYouty
jewelry.
Trap. Yeah, hit her up and get that freaking welded onto your body so you don't make the same mistake I made. That's
Amen.
really cool. Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into. I want to talk about prior to starting your schooling, you were definitely in the creative lane. Did you have family that was creative and entrepreneurial too, or how did you even? No, not at all.
No, not at all. My
Okay.
family is far from creative, and I mean far from it.
How
It's
so?
funny.
Give me a breakdown.
Honestly, it's just I don't know. No, like anytime it's like birthday part, like even when I was young, my sister has I have two nieces. So for the last like 11 years, she's about to be 12. So for the last almost 12 years, it's been like, "Oh, hey, birthday party. I need decorations. Can you make them? Can you give me an idea? The cake, what should we do?" Like it's just even just simple like ideas. I'm like, "Girl, you got Pinterest for a reason. Like look at it and try." I don't know, but it's definitely their brains just don't work like that. When it comes to decorating houses, it's always like even decorating the tree growing up, it's always been my job. Like you tell me what colors we're doing, yada yada yada. We're just gonna be here to put the balls up. And I'm like, bro, white to dark blue, just put everything in between. Like, or we're doing just this. But it's always been like ask Michaela.
Yeah,
Anytime it's anything clothes, they're like, oh, I don't know what to wear. Ask her.
yeah,
I'm like, all
yeah.
right.
And so you're the only one that's creative in the family. Everybody's coming to you to decorate the trees and plan things out and add your flair to it. So you realize that that's kind of your niche at a young age, and then you decide to put that artistic skill and creativity into a business where you're sitting doing nails, having conversations with people. Now, would you say that like starting the business aspect of things, like you said, just do it, right? But since you started it, what would you say to your younger self if you could go back to the day that you set up your studio in the house and had your first client? What words of advice would you give to yourself?
Honestly, start sooner. I
Mm,
was that person that was scared of the what ifs, thinking about all the what ifs, and I owned I was doing stuff out of my apartment. I don't know why it was so scary to start it out of my house. But it took me like a year and a half after getting my house to actually start, even though I knew what I wanted to do.
mm,
And even to this day, like I do this full time, but I'm still like holding on to like I'm also a server and bartender at Texas Roadhouse. So on top of this, I work there too. And I'm still holding on to that.
hustler.
Why? I don't know. Do I need it? No. It would force me to like go full throttle in this, but there's just something that like scares me. I don't know. It's definitely a scary thing, but I would say just start. The
Yeah.
same advice I would give anybody else. Like, honestly, girl, just do it.
Yeah, yeah. Get on the horse. Stop waiting because you're going to start learning sooner and become better at a much faster rate if you get the ball rolling. So that's really good advice.
Yes.
I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm just trying to think is uh, if like I know myself when I've started a lot of businesses over the years, and I feel like I've not failed at any of them, but I've taken pieces of all the businesses that I've started over the years and integrated them into the next one, and they folded into the next one and folded into the next. And so I finally landed here where I've got, the car rental agency, and now we're doing this, people helping people. And it's been super fruitful. And I kind of say the same thing to people that are watching and considering doing something, like just make the leap, and understand that no matter what, whether you do have to close the doors or there's expansion in your future, just know that you're going to put another notch in your belt. You're going to have more tools at the end of whatever it is that you're doing.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think that's really important. And Kayla's in there for 3 or 4 hours getting her nails done. Did you realize that you're going to be a therapist as well?
I've since also a young age, I've always been someone that's like been like sought to for advice, and I've always been told that, oh, you should have a podcast. Oh, you should be a counselor. Oh, you should be a therapist. Oh, you should da 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 da. So it's not that I was expecting that to come with it, but as soon as I started, I was like,
Mm.
oh yeah, this is definitely my forte. Like I belong here.
Yeah, yeah. Have you considered starting a podcast or doing something like that?
Yes, absolutely. So, I actually on my page have been doing little questions, or I started with questions. It's actually editing is a lot harder than people make it seem to be. But I have a bunch of videos in my phone to start doing these questions of the week or just like girl talk little sessions and stuff because it's been getting it's a little hit. When I do it, the couple times that I posted stuff like that, it's a hit. And even if I just post something on my story, like people are loving it. So
That's great.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So
They
yeah,
want to
that's
listen.
that's cool that you're taking like little segments of what you're doing there and the conversations that you're having there. It's kind of a little insider's look. And yeah, maybe we give you the floor right now, and you can give me some questions that you would ask somebody else sitting there. I'd be curious to hear.
Um, okay.
Johnny on the spot.
We go straight to girl talk though, so
Oh,
you gotta be like not even girl talk, but just the juicy talk.
oh, I see. Well, yeah, let's hear a juicy talk question from KK herself over there to Beauty Trap. I'm trying to say that right. BeYouty Trap.
Yeah,
It's good.
beauty,
I like
beauty.
that.
Um, so the question of this week has been, what is your like your self? What is your red flag or your toxic trait?
Oof. I think Kayla should answer that.
How about you answer first and then we get the backup, the
Okay.
evidence?
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I would say that, gosh, I don't know. I feel like my answer would be so it wouldn't go anywhere on Instagram or social media because it's not that interesting.
No, but the thing is you might not think it's interesting, but like it plays into a lot. So that's where the talk starts.
Okay. Okay. Well, I would say my inability to letting people love me. That would be it. To
That's a very
allowing.
common one.
Is it really?
Very. People
Wow.
don't admit it though. I wouldn't say that's something that people admit, but that's very common in people.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah,
It's,
that's really it. It just I can't say that I'm incapable of being loved because, obviously Kayla is just she's showing me the ways.
I
But
can do the impossible.
what was that?
she says she can do the impossible.
She is a magician for real. But yeah, I guess that's it. And I didn't realize that was common. But
Yes, it is definitely. But with that being said, you recognizing it, do you think that since you've recognized that you've changed more, or it's something that it's just like still is equally as bad in you?
oh, it's definitely not equally as bad. And that's the biggest thing is like I will put and maybe this is a toxic trait too, is I'll like put my faults on the forefront and be like, I'm doing this. This is the problem. I need to fix it. I'm paying attention to it. I know that these are the issues. I'm working through it. And maybe it's, being too vocal about that stuff sometimes, but I do definitely recognize, take accountability and verbalize that I'm working on it.
Yeah. And I always think that that's the first step in fixing any problem. So whether it's your business, your personal life, or whatever, recognition.
Mm,
That's like I feel like that's kind of the point of these questions that I like to ask is like, do you recognize yourself? Are you reading yourself right?
mm,
But type of thing. It's like okay, so you recognize that you're gonna start moving at least carefully, or at least thinking about those times where that flaw is coming out in yourself. Um, and once again, first step is recognition. You're going to automatically start trying to change that, whether it's a little step or a big step at a time. But
yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks. That was dope. A little flip script.
little flip script.
I like
I
that.
love it.
Well, I guess I kind of want to turn that same question on you. Let's get into the nitty gritty, the juicy stuff, the girl talk, as you say.
Yes.
So let me ask, what is your most toxic trait?
Um, I would say a mix of my. I'm definitely a manipulator.
Mm,
That's let's just start there. But a mix of that with the fact that like I'm bipolar. So it's like
mm,
1 minute this is what I want and the next minute I'm not, but I don't like to admit that.
mm,
So I'll just like manipulate the situation. And I'm honest, I'm not a I feel like every manipulator says this, but I'm not someone that's going to manipulate you to like harm you or anybody else. And especially when it comes to feelings, like I'm very a compassionate person. So I'm not like going to sit here and manipulate you to make you think like you're some crappy person or blah, blah, blah. But I'll manipulate the situation to make myself not feel wrong because I don't
mm.
like being wrong. I'm
Okay.
not used to it. So I sit very uneasy on it.
But and I think that the word manipulation has a negative connotation because that's not necessarily, it's not always a bad thing.
Same with the
Because
word selfish because I say I'm selfish and I'm manipulative. And
mm,
those are very negative.
yeah, yeah, I want to touch on both of those because manipulation, I was a salesman for a decade and I hated the word manipulation
You're a damn
because,
manipulator.
yeah, yeah, no, but
Red
really,
flag.
the manipulation, the manipulation in that context was trying to make a friend as quickly as possible and let
Yeah.
them understand that I'm really here to help them. And that was I had 10 minutes between somebody walking in the door and either calming them down, having them, cool the jets because people would come in hot and heated. I worked for AT&T for a really long time as a salesman. So people would come in and be, my fucking bill is $3,000. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But then they'd walk out an hour later and be like, I'm going to have my brother come to you. I just can't believe that you helped me the way that you did. And so again, manipulation wasn't necessarily me trying to manipulate them as a human in a negative way. It was like me allowing them to understand that I am here to help. And
Yeah.
yeah, so thanks for sharing that, because I don't think that manipulation is always a negative thing. And yeah, what was the other one that you had
And
there? It was
selfish. And that right there, especially for anybody that's on this little podcast listening to people help people, you cannot help anybody else if you're not helping yourself. So be selfish. Okay.
I turned out the applause for that one.
Yes. Amen.
Come on. That is so
Yes.
true. And I've actually talked with Kayla about this. I've talked with my family about this. I've talked with friends about this, because the word selfish, again, has a negative connotation. And the truth of the matter is, well, I mean, you just said it, but I'm going to break it down.
Yes.
I spent my whole life giving the little that I had for so long to so many people, and I never really had enough. I never had enough to be able to give to them, but they would have my last dollar, a place to stay, the last gallon of gas in my car, whatever the fuck it was, I would give to them. And as I got older and realized that the needs of the people around me were greater than the things that I could give, and as I became an uncle and my niece and nephew started getting older, and my sister became a single mother after her husband had passed, and all these things were happening, and I'm like, I have to fill up my cup. Now's my time to be selfish. Now's the time to take a moment away from my family, the people I love, care for, and break it. The nails coming along.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
Get a happy dance.
good for you multitasking like this. This is crazy. Just shooting a podcast and doing nails. Dope.
Mhm.
But taking that moment to realize, like, I'm not going to be able to do anything in the world that I want to do on the level that I want to do it without being selfish. And being selfish, that negative connotation for me was just more so pulling myself back from being the person within arm's reach all the time. Like, give me a moment to build. Give me a moment to build this empire so that we can all eat at the end of the day. And I'm still in the midst of that, right? I've got all these things going on, but it's for a fucking reason. And that's the thing. It's purpose driven. And everybody around me understands that. And I didn't realize how much, how am I going to word this? I didn't realize how much understanding that I would get from everybody when I did pull back and wasn't there to give them my time or my last dollar or whatever it was. Everybody understood. And I think that people are scared of the lashback or the feeling that they're going to get from the people around them when they do take a moment to themselves and do work on themselves through and through, whether it's spiritually, career wise or whatever, because you're going to come back better. And so be selfish, damn it. Be selfish,
Absolutely.
take a moment to yourself, and build, because a lot of times we don't even realize that the people around us are just dragging us down anyways.
100%. And even if it's not like apparent to you, it could be like something emotionally. It could be some like just being around a friend that like isn't right for you, but like you enjoy being around them. For instance, like that'll slow you down so much because you're worried about hurting them or breaking it off in the wrong way type of thing, but you're like holding on, but at the same time you're like still trying to do you, but then it's like you can't let anything hold you back like at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like starting a business. Like, you can't really have one foot in and one foot out, or else you're never
Yeah.
going to be successful. And when it comes to relationships, too, with friends or lovers or whatever, it's either all in or nothing. And thanks for sharing that, because it's so, so true. And that's what I love about this show most. And I hope people are taking some nuggets from this, because I love the fact that I can have new people on that share their experiences and their life lessons, and it sparks something in me where I get to reiterate it to myself. Because most of the time I feel like when I do have these conversations with friends, family, whomever, I'm really just reiterating the things that I need to still implement and maybe have forgotten, you know? And So I advocate for anybody, just take a moment, peel yourself out of the zeitgeist and culture that you think you may be in, that you need to pull back from, and man, be selfish for a sec, fill up your cup, because when that thing's overflowing, it's going to be good for everybody around you.
Yes. And the real ones would stick it out. The real
That's
ones know
it.
what's happening. The anybody like I'm not trying to turn this to like a religious thing, but it's like everything happens for a reason. Let's just put it that way. Like not like people and things are placed in your life for a reason.
Mm,
Like if they don't make it there, they weren't meant to eat with you. Like
mm,
they were sitting at your table trying to eat off your plate, and now that you closed off your plate, they're gone.
yeah,
But that's okay.
yeah.
You just got to accept it.
Well
Have
said.
you wait, speaking of, have you ever heard of the let them theory?
Hit me.
It's like a whole like audiobook, like that's what how I heard about it was like the audiobook that I read, but it breaks it down into like three chapters. So in any relationship, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, family, whatever it might be, obviously you can't change people. That's like a big thing. Okay, you can't expect people to be you. You can't like it's just people are going to be people. So the first step in it is sitting back and observing the way people are. And in this like audiobook and like whatever, and in the advice that they give you, they tell you to actually take notes, because obviously we have a lot going on every day. We're all adults, we have businesses, we have jobs, kids, whatever it might be. um Write down these things like, oh, I love when this person does this, I hate when this person does this, when they do this it makes me feel this way, when they do this it makes me feel this way. And for like it's like a 30-day thing, so you analyze the way people are for 30 days, right? Now the next 30 days you're going to sit here and tell them like, hey, when you do this, like it hurts my feelings, when you do this it makes me really happy, when you treat me like this, like, you know, I feel like we're unstoppable, like just explaining to them like how you feel, whatever. And then the third step is letting, well, then you, with that, in the second step you're letting them do with the information you're giving them how they feel. Now the third step is you deciding what you're going to do with how they changed or did not change. I don't know if I
Mm.
explained that right,
No, no, no.
but
That definitely makes sense. So yeah, three steps to it. And basically, at the end of the day, it's that phrase is let them. No matter
mhm,
what, whether they give you what you think that you want from them or they do the polar opposite, you have to let them. And Kayla and I were just having this conversation the other day because doing what I do and having this podcast and the businesses and everything, and it's like even people that are close, I can feel that they smile inside when there is a slip. They smile when I slur my words or stumble a little, right? And there's that feeling. And we had that conversation. It's interesting that you say that. Let them. Let them.
let them.
And we were talking about that too. Like, and I basically broke it down like this. No matter what anybody thinks of who I am and their preconceived notions of who I am as an individual, I know deep down that every step that I take, though it may not be perfect, I know I have good intentions, and I know that my actions follow those intentions. So there's going to be, I just the other day there was a comment in here and he's like, look at these guys, you're just trying to be YouTubers, and I'm like, okay.
You're damn right.
Yeah,
And
cool.
what?
Like, who gives a shit? Let them. And I know I'm going to curate a lot of that as I continue to move forward. And yeah, that's so true. Thanks for reiterating that and bringing that up, because we as human beings allow the outside world to influence us so much, so much. And I'm no saint that somebody could look at me wrong and I'm like, hey,
What did I do to you?
yeah, motherfucker.
Why do you hate me?
Yeah, like there's no reason for that.
But
So,
especially in like the businesses, in the business portion, like you really can't, because you got to think about how much hate goes to every, even specifically the big business owners. Like the more light you bring to your life, the more you're allowing people to judge you, and you cannot let those judgments stop you or affect what you're doing or what you're trying to produce.
I love that. Yeah, true story. Kayla Coffee Studios. How you
What?
doing? How you doing?
Oh, how am I doing? I'm doing great. The nails are looking
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
you see
wow.
the ooh.
Ooh.
Dang, that's on
Yeah.
brand right there. Hold on, let me get one of
Yeah. Doing
these.
some branding nails.
Well
I
done.
didn't quite know what I was doing when I walked into this house, but then we figured out together what we should do with my nails. So I'm excited. They're
You
gonna look
put
good.
two creative souls in a room, and this is what happens.
Yeah,
That's what I was
and then
just
my
gonna
nail.
say.
That's why my nails always look good at the end.
No, literally, her ideas, my hands.
Yeah,
We put them together.
she puts the thoughts in my head on my nails somehow. She's a mind reader.
I love that. Nice. Well, they look great. Yeah, and you keep my girl looking fresh, so I appreciate you. Rich, thank you for the comment. He says, like the old saying goes, sticks and stones. Yes, absolutely. And Rich also says, beautiful nails.
Thank you, Rich.
Thanks, Rich.
Book with me, Rich. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she'll do your nails.
Yeah, come get your nails did, Rich. Kayla's been trying to cut my hair. Well, I shouldn't say trying. She did cut my hair, and she's got a certain style that she likes, and I've never tried that before. So we did it, and we got to get some trimmers though that have like all the different lengths, so that she's not at a disadvantage. Because to try and blend in a really nice fade when you only have two guards. Like
Oh,
that,
hell no. That's like close to impossible, I promise.
I know. So we got to get her some new trimmers for myself here. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. And where can the people find you, KayKay?
Mainly on Instagram, at the Beauty Trap.
There you go.
Actually, there's no the. It's just Beauty Trap.
Okay. All right. I'm going to type it into the chat here.
BeYouty Trap.
Got you. BeYouty Trap. Nice. Instagram.com. Instagram.com/BeYouty Trap. Love it. Awesome. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your hair did, you want to get your nails did, or you want to get your jewelry permanently on your body, then go to Instagram. Is that the best place for people to reach you before I just throw that
Yes,
out there? Okay.
absolutely.
Awesome. So it's on the screen here. Wabam. Go to Instagram.com/BeYouty Trap. That's BeYoutyTyTrap. And hit up your girl KayKay. She's local here in Tucson, Arizona. And she does beautiful work. Let's show off those nails one more time.
Oh,
The crowd's going crazy.
the crowd's going crazy.
Hell
And these
yeah.
are done too.
Nice. Yeah, you do crazy work. Oh, those are really dope. All bedazzled up.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And we're going to go ahead and tune out until mañana. This has been the earliest show
Thank
we've
you
ever
so
done.
much.
For sure. And be on the lookout for her little Q&As. I love that idea. Just like little snippets, quick Q&As with people. It's digestible, it's fun, and the people want to know what are, that question
What's
is great.
actually why do females love me so much? Tune in.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. KayKay from KayKay from BeYouty Trap. Y'all take it easy.
Thank you.
Come on. How dope is that? And while we're here, speaking of dope brands and people that are supporting the show, I figured out this stream that I've been mirrored the whole time. I'm watching myself back, and I only thought that I was mirrored on my screen that I have here that I'm looking at. But apparently, I've been mirrored for you guys too. So all my shirts have been backwards. So this said before Udu Tita, whatever. Anyways, attitude of gratitude from Penny and Benny, epic shirt. And he's been pumping out merch for us left and right. Rich has got a shirt coming to him. Haley Richardson has got a shirt coming to her. You know, we've got people helping people stuff going out, and we really want people helping people to stand on its own too. So maybe we'll have some people helping people hats and some tank tops because it's warm outside. Come wintertime, we'll do some hoodies and maybe some koozies. But yeah, I mean, the logo is just a simple handshake with people helping people. It's a thing of beauty. So shout out to Penny and Benny. If y'all need merchandise, if you need something with your logo on it and you don't know how you want it to look or whatever, hit up Penny and Benny because he'll workshop that with you and bounce ideas back and forth. So he's really good with the branding. He's really good with the logos. And then he has handpicked, gone through, 50 or so different t-shirts, different materials, different fits. And he's found the best ones. And, I wouldn't wear this and represent it if I didn't truly think that this was top tier because I'm picky. I'm picky. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining this episode of People Helping People. We're almost an hour deep. That flew by. And sorry for going live so damn early, but thank you for everybody that tuned in. We really do appreciate you. And Rich, thank you so much for joining us. Always love seeing you in the chat. And look forward to seeing a picture of you with your People Helping People merch on. And for anybody else that's tuning in, we love you. Thank you. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Deuces. Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.